Okay. There are 4 special characters. When I say special characters, that means when you want to print them out to the screen, you cannot just type them in, okay? It's like if you want to print, for example, the capital M to the screen, you can just go ahead and type that character within the 2 double quotes here, okay? But then, because we are using the double quote to indicate the beginning of the message and end of the message, then what if we really want to print the double quote as part of the message? And that way, we need to have something to indicate that the double quote here, it means to print to the screen, not the beginning of the message or end of the message. Okay, so that's why we're using a backslash. So the backslash together with the character behind it, and 2 together will represent one special character. So in this case, this special character is a double quote. And so that's a first one. A special character is the double quote. Now, since we are using the backslash as an indicator, what about we want to actually print the backslash, right? So again, 2 pairs, backslash, backslash, is printing one special character, which is a backslash. So if we want to print the triangle here, right? And so we need to use backslash and backslash 2 together, and that will print the special character backslash. So the second special character is a backslash, and the way to print them is that we need to use a first backslash as an indicator to print them, and then the second one is actually a printing. So look on here, if we have a 4 together, so that means the first one is the indicator, the second one is actually print that character, and then the third one is the indicator, and the fourth one is the actual character to print. And then the third one is how can we print a tab? How can we print a tab? The tab is to make the printing formatted very nicely on the column. So the first, look here, I print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8 space here, right? And so I have 8, multiple 8s. So I have 1 8, another 8, another 8, another 8, another 8. So total, I have 5 8 spaces here. And then if I want to print 1, 2, and backslash T, so look here, 1, 2, backslash T here, and what that's gonna print is they will print 1, 2, and then they will fill out 6 spaces so that 1, 2, it's actually print, occupy the whole 8 spaces, okay? And then if I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and backslash T here, and they will print 1, 2, 3, 4, and then filled with 4 spaces so that the whole 1, 2, 3, 4 will occupy total 8 spaces. And what if that the string is longer than 8? For example, this is a 10 digits we want to print. And then we have a backslash T. So what that does is that if it's go beyond the first 8 spaces, they go into the next one, it's always a multiple of 8s. So therefore, after they occupy the first 8 space, and then they have a 9, 0, and then the next multiple 8, it's a 16. And so they will fill out 6 spaces. So the total occupation is 2 times A, which is a 16. Okay, and so on and so forth. If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will print the just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then look here, I have a \n. Okay, that's another new one, and that's a new line, which means after I print this whole thing into the print line, which gives me a line, and I actually printing an empty line here. Okay, and in this way, if we have a \t continue going on, you will see that things lining up very nicely based on the columns. So if I run this one, okay, so you can see that first of all, special character double quote is printed, right? And also the \\/ is printed, right? And then in the T here, and you can see that we have the columns that has the space of 8, okay? So 1, 2, and then starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is after the first 8 spaces, and then they print the next one. And here it's occupied 2 columns, so that's a total 16 spaces. Okay, and I have a new line after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's why you can see here it's a new line, it's an empty line here. Oh, above it, it's an empty line. And so in this way, we can print the columns with very nice, consistent space to print things out. And so for the escape sequences, and that's the name we call them, again, it's to print the characters to screen. Okay, so again, things like double quote is a special character or escape sequence. If you want to print that to screen, you need to have a \, in front of it. And \, it's a special character. And tab, so here is a space, okay? A tab is a special one, and also \n, it's a new one. And in addition to that, and you can learn that the print line ln, it's actually they add the new line for you automatically. But if we have just a print, okay, and then they won't add a new line for you, so you actually need to have \n at the end of it, and therefore it will print to the next line.